Yes, we shift our focus once again to now the Ballon d'Or, the shortlist. We saw 5 Africans being nominated, being shortlisted on that 30-man shortlist. As Africans, we were excited. The likes of Sadio Mane, Mo Salah of Liverpool, both of them, Aubameyang. You look at the captain who lifted the AFCON, Riyad Mahrez being there, defender Khalid Koulibaly. Look, Greg, it should make for a pleasing eye to see this recognition of so many Africans. They might not go all the way, but I'm sure you are pleased to see so many Africans actually making this top 30.
For me, the most pleasing ones are Mo Salah and Mane. Sadio Mane, I think, we spoke about that their situation in this show last time with the AFCON and the qualifiers. With the World Cup, we can't really count that because the whole African teams were a disaster at the World Cup. But, Senegal went out with just the rules, which was a yellow card, But for me, for Mane to go to the finals AFCON, I think he did very well. And with Liverpool, that one is a strong case for him, So I feel, with the 5 Africans that are they're deserving. But the 2 that stand really good chance to go further, because this 30, I don't want to look at this 30 because this 30 is too much, But for the 5 to be there, for the 5 to be there, I just feel like Mo Salah and Mane should go all the way, because they really deserve, and they are the one. They have a really strong opportunity to go far,
Coach Ian, your thoughts on the 5 African players? They've done well for their respective clubs, really, raising that flag very, very high for Africa. Yes, strong candidates, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, really to be amongst the top 3. Are you reading it that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I think because of the achievements which they've made. If you look at all the 5, now look at personal achievements and the achievements as a team. Which
they help their clubs.
Yeah, which I thought Mo Salah and Sadio Mane has got a chance more than the other guys. The fact that Liverpool won the Champions League.
The Champions League,
I think it makes their story very, very firm or very, very conducive for them to win that. So I think Mo Salah, we are happy that as Africans they are 5, and I think it's historic in a way, because for the first time there were 5 being nominated.
Wow.
We always have 3, we have always 4, but now
first time
we're
having 5 for that 30. Aubameyang is there of Gabon. Now, Tim, looking at that, what these guys have done in their respective clubs, comparably speaking, do they deserve to be in the top 3 or even try to win it? As Africans, we might say that yes, we want one of them to at least win it.
I'm hoping the voters can see sense and vote either Mohamed Salah or Mane as the winners, given their outstanding performance during the course of the season. I think they are deservedly nominees, and I think one of the 2 deserves to win it. So it always gets back to those people who cast their votes. There's nothing much we can do, but at least they did their part on the field of play, and we shall have to patiently wait who becomes the champion.
How would Coach Ian Goro, how would you determine the winner if we are to say that they deserve, or one of them? What would make them a cut above the rest, one of these 5 Africans?
Yeah, I think if you look back, firstly is their contribution, and you cannot doubt that the contribution which the 2 have done to Liverpool. I'll take an example. Aubameyang is Arsenal player.
With Arsenal, yes.
Yeah, but look at the contribution which is done to Arsenal.
Top scorer, Golden Boot winner last season.
Yes, done well. But the Salah and Mane as well. Yeah. So I think it's done well. But over and above that, I think the 2. Obviously, there's no way they cannot be part of that.
And comparing them with the likes of Lionel Messi, likes of Ronaldo, likes of their teammate Virgil van Dijk. How do you see it? Because as Europeans now let's look at it and the voters. I mean, the FIFA Player of the Year. These two players were nowhere near that FIFA 11.
Sure.
Now looking at this Ballon d'Or and the voting that happens and so forth, you look at these huge players of the caliber of Ronaldo and Messi and Virgil van Dijk. You look at them winning it 5 times, Lionel Messi and Ronaldo between them. What is their chance this time around for Africans to be considered?
I think they've put their weight out there. I think it's good that they are there. And you look at Lionel Messi also with Barcelona, they've won the league.
Yes.
But they haven't won the Champions League.
Yes. I think they were out in the quarterfinal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
And
look at
Copa America, they
and
never
you
did
look
well.
at Ronaldo as well with Juventus.
With Juventus.
He hasn't gone.
They didn't go that far.
Exactly. So I think they got a chance.
They got a
Let me
chance.
be honest with you. They got a chance. And I hope people don't look at names.
Yeah.
Yes.
They rather look at the performances.
Or the
Because-
history. Don't look at history.
Exactly.
Past glory.
Plastic globe.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I hope this is their time.
Yes.
Salah or Mane, this is their time.
One of them.
One of them.
Top 3.
Top 3, eh?
Sadio
No.
Mane.
I think I'll be happy. I'll personally be happy. The 3 of them, it doesn't matter. Virgil van Dijk, Sadio Mane,
Messi.
and Messi.
Messi, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
instead
Messi.
of Messi. Or Messi.
Messi, don't look at the
Mohamed
names.
Salah.
You're looking at the
No,
Why
names.
would
three
you
of
put
them.
Messi? Why would you put Messi ahead
Okay,
of Salah?
Messi, or ahead of Ronaldo.
Yeah, why?
Let's talk
Messi-
ahead of Ronaldo.
Listen,
Messi.
Messi is from another planet. But for this case of voting for this time, we can consider Man and
No, we're
Mohamed
talking
Salah.
about in
No,
here
one,
in
you
this
must pick
period.
one.
We're not talking about, like you said, past glory.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not talking about a player who's the best player over 10 years.
So
we're
we
talking about
should
the
not-
best player.
For now, we should take out Ronaldo and Messi.
Why?
they-
What best player?
Because
Who won it now?
No.
No, you have
Oh,
to.
the FIFA one.
Yeah, FIFA one.
Okay.
So you have to put him there because he's gonna come to the Ballon d'Or. You have to put him
Ah,
there.
you're
So
right.
you have to put him there. You have to put Messi,
Sadio Mane,
Sadio Mane
Virgil van
stand.
Dijk.
And
Sadio Mane,
Mohamed Salah.
wait. No. Salah is gonna go.
Salah.
From when you get into that 10, he's going out.
All right. No, it is hashtag FRUN Football. Tell us who is your favorite, of course, to win this Ballon d'Or. As an African, are you going to be influenced by the fact that, yes, you vote for these players that are coming from this continent, or you will be looking still to these the history, the past glory of the likes of Ronaldo, the likes of Lionel Messi. But yeah, great, of course, moment for African football. Gentlemen, we want now to look at something that is very close to our hearts as former players. We heard that one of our own, Lavas Motlala, saying that South Africa doesn't know how to take care of its legends. Tim, your thought on this? Because I think not even only in football, even in other sporting codes, we tend to say that we celebrate them once they are gone. When they are still alive, nothing much is happening. Even to get a ticket to go to the stadium to go and watch the game, you might find that it's a challenge. I'm reminded of the visuals that I saw where former Zimbabwean legend as well, Benjamin Mwaruwaru, struggling to get in and watch one of the games where the Warriors were playing. But I think it's more to that than just a match day ticket. When you talk about the recognition, the respect, the acknowledgement that is given to former players. Do we deserve it, or we are just crying on the little corners? We need to do something more than that.
You know, this topic, it's more of like I'm put in a situation where there's sort of conflict of interest. Having being a former player and
No, say your mind. Say your mind.
So
You're
you
talking on
say
our
your
behalf.
mind. Your
Yes,
mind.
now
That's
our
what I'm
listeners,
saying,
you are
because
former
We
player.
will say
They
what
want
you
to hear
need to
from
say.
you.
We want to hear.
Tim,
Yeah.
because
Is it right?
Former
to-
players
listen,
they get the recognition.
Simple.
Listen to me. It's not as simple as that.
It is.
Because-
No, you are a
because-
former player.
That's
You
what-
are in a
that's what-
better position.
You play for Blue Celtic.
That's what I'm.
You play for Uganda national team.
He's so
There's-
recognizing you.
Celtic
So-
are they recognizing you now?
So in another angle, somebody will present his case and they will say, listen, for every game you played, every end of month you got paid.
What
So-
is your own? Your own budget
so,
in this.
So listen, we have the dynamics going on. So
Yeah.
somebody will present that case, says, listen, for me, at my place of work, they pay me. So I plan my retirement and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it becomes a different discussion. So what I'm, in my view right now is that we're having two worlds. We're having the European way of doing things and the African way of doing things. The African way of doing things, in my opinion, is wrong because we don't have football as an institution. We have football being run by individuals owning teams. So they do what they wish. So as former players, we are being taken as part of the employees, not part of the institution of football. So we are not celebrated on the African continent. So our contribution in regards to football, they take it as an employee, and that's where there's a gap.
Okay, Coach Ian.
Yeah,
you are a former Zimbabwe national team player, really doing so well. Played some beautiful football, scored some beautiful goals. As a former player now, not as a former coach, what's your take on this? It's a cry that you always find being, spoken about, discussed on several platforms of former players that are saying that we don't get the recognition. What do clubs need to do for us to feel that indeed we are being acknowledged?
Yeah, I think it's a very touchy issue. If you look at the players, normally, like what you're saying, Tim, I think there's a difference with Europeans and Africans. And I think we as Africans, we can also copy. I know we always say Africans, we're Africans. But you can also copy what
the good things that happen.
The good things, what happened in Europe. I'll give you an example. In England, right? They've got a players' union in England, and what they do is every player, regardless of who you are, you are bound to make some subscriptions.
So you contribute to that kind of a fund.
You contribute to a kind of fund, and what they do is they will tell you this money you are paying, you are not going to get it until you are 40 years old. So maybe we should copy that. So that, because the recognition you are talking about, it's on two things. We recognize you because you are someone, you've got something, or we don't recognize you because you're poor. These are two things. So that's why I'm saying maybe we should copy
the good thing,
the English style.
You have some sort of a fund. So it's a matter of taking matters in our own hands, not waiting for clubs.
No, but
doing things on our own.
No, but still, the club bosses. I always say we are talking about Kenya now. Talking about players, they must put the players at heart. Guys, we are paying you money. Right, we are paying you money, but invest it. Now the problem is, we give you the money. You are an employee, like what Tim is saying. You are an employee. We give you money. Go.
That is it. When that contract finishes, or
that is it.
We forget
don't worry
about
you. But as club football bosses, they should say, listen, mandatory. Invest the money. Mandatory. We deducting 2,000, 3,000 rands or 4,000 rands every month for your own benefit.
Okay. So, talking about own benefit.
Yes.
I mean, there's a Kaizer Chiefs. You look at the likes of Thabo Mbeki. You look at his contribution to the club, the way criticism, towards the club, that they couldn't even do a send-off match.
Don't go far too much. As Tim and Coach say, club don't owe you anything.
Okay.
Club, they don't owe you anything. You understand?
Right.
You can play
so
for a club.
they don't have to do that.
That is not. They have. They didn't sign the contract. They
don't
say
have to give us.
No, they don't. They don't have to do that.
But why in Europe, coach?
But that's what I'm going to. That's what I'm going to. You see, as a coach is saying and Timothy is saying, Europe and Africa is different. Company he played.
Vincent Company.
Over 10 years.
Yes.
You have a testimonial match.
Yes.
That gate fees go to you.
Yes.
Straight up.
Is it about the money?
No. Just recognition. Now we're talking about recognition. Because we are talking about recognition. We are talking about to recognize you.
You see recognition.
The club side and the national team. It's two different things.
No, but Etafia.
Wait. Let me finish. The club side about Thabo Mbeki there. He plays over 16 years or 15 years. With Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
No testimonial for him. I'm not sure they've done any testimonial for him.
It was promised but not delivered.
Which is supposed to go for him. Tabamoki, I don't know whether he goes to Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know how the relationship with the board is. But you see, sometimes you look at those players now and see the way they're treating them. Now you want a young player. Now, after 2-3 seasons, he's doing well. You say, I have to be loyal to that team in terms of, stay in that team for the whole year because they're going to recognize you. If you stay there, they're going to recognize you when you stop playing, all those kind of things. Bambala is not different. It's another story again. The club, they don't care about you. As far as you're delivering, once they finish with you, they just go back.
But is it the right thing?
It's not the right thing.
Okay.
But that's what is happening.
That's what we're talking here.
But that's what
it's
so
the
I'm
right
telling
thing.
you now. That's it's not the right thing. But now there's no law or there's no contract.
No,
that says
forget
that.
the laws.
Now I'm trying to say that. What I'm trying to say, you need to know what you need to do.
Okay. No, I think that's what Coach Nguru said.
So
that players, they also got a role to play because we've been depending so much
on them.
waiting
The
on
players
clubs.
here.
Yeah.
The players here.
Yes.
Is for them to when you sign a contract, when you sign a
But
contract,
Etafia,
you have a contract. They come to you.
But Etafia, what is the composition of the so-called players' union?
Okay, no,
I
don't want us to go too much there, that far
Okay.
to the union. But the thing is here, gentlemen, is that we've lamented the fact that we feel sidelined as former players. We are not part of our clubs. Even small things like
Because
going to watch a
why,
match
Mr.
is
Lasso,
difficult.
we don't come together as former players.
No,
There's
but
clubs,
clubs, Timothy.
Yes.
Do we need to have some form of a union? Do we need to have some form of funds that are for clubs to recognize us? Why can't clubs just acknowledge what we have done?
Okay, I think Elasto. Sorry.
Yes.
So that I know
Please
you
come
are-
in, coach.
I think there are two things, and looking at the statement which Lava said,
Yeah, the statement from Lovers.
the recognition he wants. What is it all about?
Okay, that's important. That's
the
important.
recognition.
Yes.
Is it? What is it all
That's
about?
why I
That
go
is
to
important.
Thabo Mokiun. Thabo Mokiun, I think for
No,
Kaizer
that
Chiefs
is
to know
important. I think what
not
Coach
their
Shane
legend.
is saying is very important. That's why I say that can we limit this
Yes.
to a VIP ticket?
Yes.
And we feel recognized.
Yeah.
Can we limit to a testimonial?
No, that
match
is too
and
small.
we feel recognized.
Yes.
I think there's more.
Yeah, that is too small. That
I
is too
think there's
small.
more
That is small.
that clubs need to do for us to be recognized as former players.
You see, for me, this is a very broad topic.
Yes, yes.
I would pose to you a question. Do you, as a former player, recognize yourself? What is your brand? What is your role model? You, as a former player, do you conduct yourself in a way that you can be recognized? Because the club, remember, they are looking for ambassadors. They are looking at how you played during
No,
their
but
time.
team now, when you finish for a club,
because
you can't come, you can't say now you want to be
because
you want to
Etafia,
be
listen.
this side
Okay,
or
let's
that
wrap it
side.
up, gentlemen. I want-
Because what is happening with clubs,
Let's wrap it
they are
up,
going to try and identify players that resonate with them at that special moment. Not because you played for them.
No,
because you might have
thank
played
you.
with them.
That's why I say we're going to my point too.
Yeah.
They don't owe you. They don't owe you anything.
No, we know that.
But Thabo Mokiun is a different story. We're talking about.
No,
see,
there's
two
no
ways.
different story.
No, Thabo Mokiun played.
All right,
He
now
did a
if you look at-
testimonial. For me,
All right.
a testimonial is good for him.
No, he did his job well.
He what they call it in terms of recognition, in terms of VIP ticket. At VIP ticket is not. It's not. Yeah, that one. No, there's some more.
All right, now let's talk about
Give him something that.
Let's talk
just,
about this player. Let's
okay.
talk about this player who maybe not in the distant future he might be retiring. Shompo Kekana's contribution to Sundowns. How will it be honored, Coach?
Nah,
You know,
build a statue there.
no,
How would you honor
No, no,
Shompo
no,
Kekana?
no.
I think
Yes.
you know there's one thing.
Yeah,
I'll ask a question as well.
yeah, no, please do.
How is Ezrom Nyandoro being recognized at Sundowns as well?
Okay.
Same with Hlopo Kekana.
Yes.
more coach.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I think Hlopo has done well, and he must be recognized.
Yes.
And we should look at every player who has contributed
Yes.
to the team, because
For Tumba.
if we are talking about
Only one individual.
only one.
No, but
You see,
he's retiring and
you see,
others will still
you
be
see,
playing.
you see the problem
So
we're
when he
gonna have.
retires,
You see,
when he retires,
there has to
what
be
do we do?
there has to be a yardstick
Okay.
that the club has gone to use.
Yes.
Otherwise,
some
if
form
you-
of a criteria.
Yes, because if you're gonna use, look at one player, you're gonna have a
For 2
problem.
months they come.
Okay,
Alfred Chukwu is not come.
How many years has Sundowns?
Tim is right.
He's right.
I agree with him.
Yes.
Again, I'll go back to Europe.
Yes.
Right. For you to play for the national team,
Yeah.
right? If you have 50 caps,
Yes.
you are in the book of
Guinness.
Legends.
Okay, so there are categories.
their categories.
There are categories.
They recognize
because some
you
of them
with
are
that.
former players,
Yes.
legends.
So,
Some of them
so
are.
if I was in Uganda now, I could
Yes.
have been.
Yes.
Maybe I could have been.
All right,
this-
no, thank you, gentlemen. Okay, no, thanks. It's interesting. We can go
become
on
an
and on and
OBE.
on.
You're doing OBE.
In Uganda,
all right.
I could have been playing
What is
maybe
that?
a
All right.
or something.
You find, for
In
example,
Uganda,
I have to say what I say.
in Uganda.
Currently,
Yeah.
if you see the composition of the Nigerian team,
Yes.
there are going to be so many professionals.
all right.
So how do you recognize all of them?
What are you saying? If I'm in Uganda, I was in Uganda. I could have been like over 100 caps.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. The show goes on and on and on. Really a pleasure listening to these guys. Really interesting debates there, and hopefully, yes, you also enjoy the show like I was. I want to say thank you to you who was listening, who tuned in, and of course, thanking my guest tonight, Coach Greg Itafia. Timothy Batabair, and of course Coach Ian Gorowa. We wish him all of the best in making sure that he comes back to that technical area. From me, Elasto Capoeja, I would say that until we meet again, have a blessed night.